I think we all know by now how the water cycle works. Water gets evaporated, makes clouds, and cries down on us, and the cycle repeats. Video games, however, don't really work that way. Water works differently in most video games. It's weird. There's usually no origin because developers never really put that much thought into water. Which makes sense because we're not playing a water game or anything. But today I wanted to take a look at how water works in video games. More specifically, Super Mario 64, a game many of you, including me, have grown up with. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm not a professional of this stuff in any way. I'm just some dude on the internet, so if any pros are in the comments, let me know if I said anything wrong, but I'm essentially going off of logic and common sense and stuff like that. I'll also be showing a sick diagram at the end, pretty much showing the entire system, so stay tuned for that. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Get it? Dive. You dive in the water. No? Okay, cool. So in order to understand how water works in Mario 64, we have to find the origin point. In our world, it would be the ocean, seas, and lakes, where we primarily get our water from. In this game, it's not really the same. Like, at all. The first thought would be from this waterfall, which is pushing out a seemingly infinite supply of water. So is that the source? Well, it wouldn't be that easy. This water actually comes from the metal cap stage in Hazy Cave. The water here is flowing, which means there is another source to this water. And that would be this. Yep, this very tiny, seemingly insignificant waterfall is somehow the source of water of the entire castle. Now, of course, this comes from a bigger body of water, but the game doesn't tell you that. Like I said, Nintendo doesn't think of this stuff that much through. But I do. Okay, so now we know where the source of the water is coming from. This water falls down the waterfall and pretty much just chills in the moat and ends off at this little body of water to the right side of the starting area. I'm not even sure what to call it, like a pond or like a lake. No clue. The reason why the water doesn't overflow from the seemingly unlimited water source is because there are two drains which drain the water out and maintain a steady level of water. One here and one here. These lead to the Vanish Cap stage, which is essentially a level hovering over a massive black pit. So I guess the water just goes into the pit and falls for eternity until it hits the Earth's core or something, like, I don't know. That pretty much takes care of the water outside the castle. I mean, besides this statue in the courtyard, but who cares about it anyway? Let's take a look on the inside. The main floor of the castle and the upper floors have no water to offer, so let's explore the water in the basement. There's an entire area of the basement dedicated to this little water section, where you're supposed to pound these pillars which magically drain the water and empty out the moat. Now we could just pretend that this is just Nintendo sprinkling some magic dust in the game, but that's lame. We'll figure it out the right way. How did this water get in here? Well, there is a wooden door here, and since there are cracks in it, the water could have seeped through. And it doesn't overflow because the elevation of this tunnel prevents it from doing so. But the real question is, how the hell does the draining thing work? Here's my theory. Most properties have two pipes that are underground. One being a storm sewer, which is water accumulated from precipitation and goes directly to the water. Another being sanitary sewers. Sewers which collect water used in showers, sinks, etc., send it through a complicated cleaning process, and send it back in the water. This water would go under sanitary for reasons I'll explain later. The sanitary pipes in Peach's castle are above the storm pipes underground. So what might have happened is that when you pound the pillars, the pipe breaks and redirects the water into the storm pipe, making the water fully drain. And this explains why the pond area still exists, because the water may have gone there. Although Nintendo doesn't show any sign of change to the water level, from my understanding, that's what should have happened. The water could have also gone to the place where this waterfall is getting its water from. But to be fair, it probably would be the pond. So boom, that mystery is solved. But another arises. How the hell is there some shallow water in this area of the basement? How did it even get here? Honestly, don't have a good answer. Maybe the water rose one time to the point the basement flooded a bit, and this shallow part is what remains. Maybe Peach wanted to add it for aesthetics. Like, literally, I have no clue. If anyone has a good idea of how this water can exist, drop a comment below. And now we get to by far the most interesting water system in Super Mario 64, Hazy Maze Cave. This level is an odd one for sure. When playing the game for the first time, you can identify what types of level each level is, except for Hazy Maze Cave. Lethal Lava Land is a fire stage, Big Boo's Haunt is a spooky stage, Telltale Mountain is a mountain stage, Hazy Maze Cave is a septic system? Yeah, there's a lot of theories online that say that Hazy Maze Cave might actually be the castle's septic system. And you know what? I can definitely see it. This is why I said that the water in the pillar room was sanitary water. For starters, the stage itself is surrounded by pipes, and the actual portal, well, it might be toilet water. The poisonous gas could just be horrendous bathroom stenches like farts, and those rolling balls, let's just say they're not really just boulders. Yeah. To add on to all of that, what else is located in Hazy Maze Cave? The Metal Cat stage, which we previously discussed to be the source of Mario 64's water system. It's also important to note that this little dip in the pillar area, when going to the main part of the basement, might be something called a P-trap. A P-trap is something which collects all the gases and traps them so it won't stink up your house. Which is kind of accurate because this P-trap has a bit of water in it, and P-traps are known to have a bit of water in them, which actually is the reason the gases don't escape. So essentially the basement is just sewage, I guess. So there you have it. That's how water works in Mario 64. The origin is this small waterfall in Metal Cap, leading to the giant waterfall, which gets drained by these two drains to prevent overflowing. The pillars get drained into the storm sewage pipe, perhaps leading to the pond. No one knows about the shallow water, and Hazy Maze Cave ties it all up for being the waste of the castle, and looping this all around again. It probably is confusing, so just as I promised, I have a diagram to make it easier to understand. Also, I should rephrase, I am not a professional by any means in sewage or whatnot, so if any one of you guys does something like this, leave a comment and please let me know of my flaws so we can get this right. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know if you like this kind of content, and I'll catch you guys later.